finish off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Yeah, aggressive tackle makes the AI go for hard hits.
So if I try going up so high, then the AI is going to try to run out of the corner. What is it at right now? So I think about 41 now.
That's not bad.
Here's Leonard Fournette, 1,000-yard rusher from a year ago. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage, stuff him in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, setting the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
I didn't play my game. You guys know how I felt about the first game. I felt like the first game I had a lot of broken tackles. But I also...
Now Bortles throwing on second down.
Give me that pick.
Traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Good pick, McCourty.
Well, when someone other than the quarterback is throwing the football, it's either beautiful or a disaster, and here it was the latter.
Nowhere in between, right? You're exactly right. It takes some fortitude to call that type of a play, but when it doesn't work, oh boy, you wish you hadn't.
Here's Brady throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So second in inches after that first down completion.
Wait until after the other week is over. All right, come on, even fall off the chair.
They'll run it here. This is James White, and he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Now Michelle, and he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is he's able to read, react, and make a play. But on that one,
but he posted a white guy in blackface. He acted like he was calling crap in it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I think I saw Sean some videos.
Yeah. But Sean posted it, and I guess like when he posted it, one of his cousins thought it was funny, and then his uncle was like saying how it wasn't funny and how no matter what the meme was, the white guy doing a black face is kind of funny, and he was like, I think anyone doing that because the meme was funny, like I'll think that. And like he was just like saying how like this being a regular white person. And Sean's uncle like, well, saying like you shouldn't say shit like that, especially when you got a cousin who have like people of that color in our family and stuff like that.
And almost intercepted. With a huge pick in the end zone, but as it stands,
he was like going off like on him, and he was just like brushing up with whatever. At the end, he put white lives matter. Sean was killed. Like I'm pretty sure his cousin was racist. I was like, what? This is what I'm saying. Like I understand you love who you love, and this is why I could never be with a white man. Because even though he might not be racist, you still gotta deal with the racism that might be in his family. And I'll be fucked up because I will kill about his family. So I found out one of them racist. Like, I couldn't do it.
Hilda's been together for a while, so half his family knows she's black.
And I know that. And I know that, but some of them don't accept that stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's why I was at Michaela, this girl when I was in high school, and she's like so pro-black. She's always posting shit on Facebook, and she gets so mad. And I understand because she be like, sometimes I feel like there's like a line when it comes to racism. I feel like she's crossing the line a little bit because she's so pro-black. But she was like, she's like so against like black women going out with white men and dating or recreating with white men, and vice versa. She doesn't think that's good. She doesn't think that's good. She said it's called whitewashing down America. Like she said, sooner or later there's gonna be no black people left because you guys keep washing us away, trying to procreate and love everybody, and you're washing away our ancestors, shit like that. But then she was saying, so another time made a comment, it wasn't what she wrote. I mean, it was what she wrote. But like, I don't necessarily agree with that, but I do agree with the fact that white people should stop being white people because honestly, they don't understand where we come from. Like you can be a white person all day, every day, they won't understand our struggle. So why would you want to be with somebody who doesn't understand where you come from or what happens to you on a daily basis? And that was like, no, it's real shit. Because if something was to happen to you, yeah, your husband would be upset, but he'll never understand what it's like to go through. He will never understand that oppression of what you're going through because he didn't have to go through that oppression because he's that white person. So you can't sit there and complain about all the shit that's going on to you because it's probably in their head they're like, it's whatever, like it's not really that big of a deal. Not knowing that they blindly, like you have white privilege, so that shit doesn't happen to you. But I'm black, so I don't get that white privilege. You know what I'm saying? Some white men are hip to it, and they're like, they know. But then even if they're hip to it, they have families down the line who are like either racist or not hip to it, and you gotta deal with that shit. So it's like no matter what, you gotta deal with it. Whether if it's not your spouse, then you gotta deal with their family. And I'll be damned, because Ariel's going through that shit right now with Troy's mother, how racist she is. And how whenever she takes the kids, she only wants to take Troy and Williams and then wants to take Michael because they're light skinned and he's not. And got him down there, talking about something. I wish I looked like baby. I wish I was like baby Troy and Lady, and maybe everyone would like me too. I was expecting just some said that. Like, really?
That's why everything's all
yeah, I know. But she surrounds herself around people, around like her family who are like that. Like, okay, you know Troy's mom is racist. Why you continue to have her around your kids? Like, because when you're gone or something like that, or there was her, or there was their aunts, Troy's sisters. Sometimes their mother is there and she's influencing the kids. So it's like, yeah, they hear what you're saying. They understand that mommy says our black is beautiful, but grandma says that my black is ugly and she wants me to be light skinned like her other grandson. I'm not light skinned like everybody else. So I'm gonna start hating myself because I don't look like my other brothers and sisters. You know what I'm saying? Because they usually make sure I like them. I wish someone would try to tell Cookie she was a beautiful character again. I would bust him up on site. And Michael the spoiler. Get done. That's that racist shit. I don't know, like.
So after the INT, it's Brady.
I know you gotta love who you love, but.
And incomplete as he was knocked.
I feel like always, like with every person, every white person, somewhere in my family, there is racism or racism in that family. Like, it might not be up front and close, but you gonna start finding out later on down the road that grandma and great grandpa is cool. You a nigga behind your back and you don't know it. I don't know.
On second down, Michelle. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now
you drunk your juice, good job.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Ooh, you're still flying, though. Jesus.
Throwing is Brady on third down.
No, he
and a dump off to White. No gain at all on the play there, and that brings up 4th.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve. And that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
He's eating. That's good. Yeah, Jay, you're eating. I'm proud of you. Yeah.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. There's the first NFL catch for DJ Shark. A gain of 32 that time.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
So into Pats territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Working from the gun, it's Bortles. And this is incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Remind me to call my aunt tomorrow. You ready to go upstairs? Mommy wants us upstairs too, but I can get her to eat for me.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Cuddle with my Buddha. With my Buddha. Yeah. Pretty girl. Yeah.
Bortles going to run the draw with Fournette. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. It was Duke Dawson on the tackle, the 2nd-round pick in 2018.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd.
Big booty baby. What are you doing, big booty baby?
To throw, it's Bortles. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked up by Duke Dawson, 1st of his career. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
You knew it, Brian. Put the balls on him, Brian.
Now a first down carry, it's Michelle. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
To throw is Brady. Right side, that's complete to Gronkowski. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Patriots in possession to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down.
Isn't that your conversation?
Again, this is Michelle. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by
You're just saving you the trouble.
Now Brady throwing on 2nd down. And this is caught. It's Edelman. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard, your receiver...
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against the long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
But they looked at me like, you didn't do that. You passing? Here you go. Throw up clean. Take it, take it, take it.
Gostkowski now converted for 3. Now he'll keep this one away.
Leave your brother alone. He doesn't want to be bothered with.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down. Not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit.
No, I'm playing him early. I don't think, man, because I pushed the time back, he might not be able to play tonight. Let me know when the game's over. If not, we'll play tomorrow at 8. But speaking of playing, we're on my league. He's a Jaguars, and they can't
Bortles
score.
leads the Jags up first
I have
and
3
10
picks, and I
at their own
have 3 picks,
25-yard
and I
line.
kick 2 field goals.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette, and he'll get this one up to the 26.
Yeah.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
They fake the handoff. Now Bortles. Throwing over the middle, and
Happy
it's
brother.
incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point,
Yeah.
get your head around. Locate
happy
the football
brother.
so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
After an incomplete pass on
Yes.
2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Yes, right. The baby.
Shotgun now for Bortles. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 29. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
JJ.
Come on, come on.
Fine. Gostkowski with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, you know, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Play action. Now it's Bortles. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Let's say they have to do it. You ain't grown up not bad.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Looking deep for Hilton. And now here is another interception. Duke Dawson picks it, and they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. And
Oh,
the
wait.
Jags get to him as down he goes. Telvin Smith. In from his linebacker spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. On the handoff, it's Michelle. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. New England on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Working from the gun, it's Brady. To the left side and complete for Julian Edelman. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th. Here's Ryan Allen now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
JJ, go eat. Okay? Come here. Jalen, come here.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Jags offense now gets... back onto the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this.
Mega play after this match. Tomorrow, but I got a game already set for tomorrow night. Ah, crap. Give me that. Come on. Pick that off.
Incomplete. D.D. Westbrook, his intended receiver. And it's third down. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number. Not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense.
I'm just hoping we don't lose power because the hurricane's supposed to hit tomorrow.
A really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
On third down, Fournette. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up fourth down.
6:30 my time or 6:30 your time?
Their punter, standing just about on his own goal line.
All right.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive.
What's good with you?
On second down, here's Brady. Wide open, Gronkowski. And inside the 20 before it's brought down. It's a gain of 19 down to the 19, and it's a first down. Brady now on first down. Goes underneath here to White. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
He just keeps leaving Gronk wide open.
And he's going to get into the end zone. So cue up the Gronk spot. It's a Patriot touchdown. Rob Gronkowski, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead.
Yeah, but I don't feel like doing custom draft class because that means I get to see it or one of the other admins get to see the draft. So that means if I have a good draft or one of you guys have a good draft, you know, it's basically because we get to see everything, the speed, the attributes, the traits. I don't like that idea. I'm just going to go default.
And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
Yeah, when you go custom, we admins get to see the whole draft. Every player, all the way to, and we could edit every player. From height to age to speed.
About 7 yards deep.
Yes. Yeah. Hold on, Christian. Alright, Tristan, I'm back. Now I have to go upstairs and check on the wife if she called me. The Jets, yeah.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation.
Yeah. I mean, you could also do it in a way where you could just download the class, but then if you download it, the commission, like let's say I decide we go custom and I download it, but by me downloading it, I basically still have access to the draft pack and still see it, you know what I'm saying?
And his first throw here is
incomplete. Because if I know what
make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
I can still go offline and pull it up and see it, yeah.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 20.
There's no way. Whoever downloads it has to eventually knows what class they have, and that just leads to too many other things. That's why I just want to run default, because with default there is no you know, he said, she said, or there is no, well, you're having a good draft class, so you must know what the guys look like. You know what I'm saying?
This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9. So at halftime, it's the Patriots with the advantage. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach.
It's still going to be he said, she said. Because if you pull up a guy, if you still have draft, if you still have a good draft, somebody's still going to try to say something. So instead of dealing with any of that, I'm just eliminating that completely.
So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. That's fielded in the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
What I'll do is
the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys,
yeah,
but be
sure.
prepared for some change-ups.
Because originally when they first, when this matter first came on and I heard about that, I was thinking we could have like whoever has the weakest record in the league pick a draft class, and then that's the draft class that gets drafted.
And it's Michelle once again.
And then nobody else gets to see.
Woo! And now running right through.
Oh my God!
Bowls him over. Still fighting for more.
Yo, I need to save that highlight.
Down inside the 35.
I need to save that highlight.
That one good for 33 and a first.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll go left side here with Michelle. He'll have another first down and more. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Well, that's the desired outcome coming out here in the second half of being able to run the football and establish a little bit of pace and maybe even a bit of dominance at the line of scrimmage. And they want that to continue. Way too early to think about this being ball control time. But the way they're running it, you got to think they may want to continue that and see if they can go ahead and grind their opponents into submission.
Here's Brady. And this is complete. It's Allen.
Yeah, I don't know. We could put it for a vote and then just see what majority feels. I just feel like I don't want to deal with none of the headache. I just want to go default.
On the season, and the Patriots add on to their lead. The point after try for Gostkowski.
Yeah, and I agree with you. There's pros and cons to it. I just don't want to deal with the headache.
And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
I audible them after I saw your defense.
Gostkowski now out to kick it away.
Yeah, if you could make a poll, if you could find an app and make a poll, I think you could create a free account on SurveyMonkey, and then just
here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And it's incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Kessler. Complete to Hilton. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
I can't wait till week 3. I need to turn some of these damn sliders down.
If you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Gostkowski with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field, and they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. Let's see if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Kessler on 2nd down. And Austin Safarian-Jenkins has it. And he's brought down after a good gain. A nice gain of 21 yards.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination. Guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
12 more yards there and another 1st down. So into Pats territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Again, it's Fournette. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
On 2nd down, Kessler. He completes it to Westbrook. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Kessler wants to throw. Caught left side by Hilton. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 1st down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Kessler off play action. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Let's go. Green.
After the penalty, it's Fournette. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It's a gain of 3, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Play action. Now Kessler. Sharks got it left side. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
Yeah.
Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
On 3rd down, Kessler.
Oh, no, I should have kept
The
on
open
going there.
man is Shark. It's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Come back and he was a goddamn at least hurt. I'm gonna try to underplay the middle.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's going to lose
He did
yardage
football?
here.
Laid him
As
out.
they will switch ends as time has run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Jacksonville.
Should have been a fumble.
And this is a blowout so far as we
Almost
get set
unnecessary
for the
roughness.
4th
Damn,
quarter. A
that's how
very
we try to kill that
one-sided
man.
affair. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Here's Kessler. Escaping the pressure right. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return.
Okay, this isn't one where you want to take the game tape and hold it up as an example, do you? I mean, you talk about frustrating all the way through. And that last error, I think that crystallizes it, doesn't it?
Absolutely. That's been representative of their entire game still being shut out. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. New England on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Room here to run. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. He gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down. Here's Ryan Allen now as he's on to punt for New England. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Taken in at the 11. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram it.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Duke Dawson picks it, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
And
give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. Because if you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who've gotten 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently since 2000, Delta O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
I'll check the settings later to see. I'm pretty sure I left it and gave you guys rights for me to delete stuff.
Again, it's Michelle. And an alley to run. And they can't bring him down. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
On the ground is Michelle. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Calais Campbell on the stop.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On the ground, Michelle. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
New England on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it. Here's Michel. The first NFL touchdown run for Sony Michel as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point try for Gostkowski. Gostkowski the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And he's brought down after a good gain. A really nice gain of 25 yards. From midfield, here's Kessler. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. Past the 20.
As they say, this game hasn't exactly been one for the books. I mean, we're into the fourth quarter here. And now this happens, another turnover. Not one that they're going to hold up and say, yeah, this has been a banner day.
Absolutely. Still sitting on 0. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? First and goal. And they will take a knee here. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. They'll try again on second and goal after going backwards to the 12.
All right, bro.
Defense still with it. They need to reverse the trend. The last two plays have gone backwards. Now it's third and goal. And they'll indeed take a knee. And now what the heck is this? A punt formation from the red zone? Allen on the punt as he gets this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. A good pickup there, 26 yards. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
On second down, here's Kessler. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44.
I think that was not a fumble. I have no idea. That's the second time Hightower laid him out like that.
They stare up now at a 3rd and long. Kessler and company needing something big after the sack. One last shot for Kessler, and that is incomplete. So, Charles, are able to complete what so often seems to be elusive, a shutout in the NFL. And maybe what's fitting is they ended the game on the field, that defensive unit on the field. What an exclamation mark.
And probably felt like they could go another 60 minutes without anyone putting points on the board against them. That's the confidence you gain throughout when you're pitching a shutout. And they're going to leave the stadium feeling like they're all 10 feet tall.
So for New England, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll have another road date next week with the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Tennessee Titans. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Posted in the wrong chat. Oh yes, sorry. What was his trade? So it was approved his trade with the Jags. His trade with the trade. Six.